What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and probably one of your favorite automotive YouTubers just talked about picking up a Volkswagen. Rolling. That is right, guys. Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and boy, do I have a crazy update on the Bugatti Chiron for you guys today. If you guys have been following along, we went out and looked at the Bugatti Chiron hands-on, looked to see how bad the damage physically was, and as I told you guys before, a YouTuber from the West Coast, which I still can't tell you who it is, asked me to go out there and put hands on the car and do like a dedicated video, which I didn't publish for y'all, for them. So I did that. I got them footage, and they were actively looking at purchasing the car. No, it was not Houston. You also saw Houston in the comments saying that he wasn't going to buy the car, and why in the comments. Now, a lot of conjecture and guessing by y'all in the comments. Oh, it was DDE. No. Oh, it was this person. No. You know, like, no. But we just saw Tavarish drop his brand new completed McLaren build out at SEMA. If you can't tell, I'm back in the BMW, so I'm home. And a lot of people, like, I drove to Florida, flew to Vegas, flew back to Florida, and now we're driving back to Bragg. So, and I'll be there in the next hour. So, let's discuss why I was back in Florida. So I went back and looked at the Bugatti, and another YouTuber had reached out to me to look at a specific thing on the car. And when I talked to somebody I know there at Copart to go out and do it, they couldn't figure out how to get a camera in that position. It was pretty easy. I just had to start it, cut the wheel all the way out, and then I was able to get the photos and video that this other YouTuber was asking for. And my flight to Vegas was cheaper leaving from Palm Beach International as opposed to Raleigh-Durham, so all good. And I got some more content coming from you guys on the Bugatti, so it worked out. Anywho's, so we saw on Instagram, as soon as I touched down this morning, I'm opening up my app, and I go, some bitch. Some bitch. Look, Tavarish met up with Houston in Las Vegas over at Royalty Car Exotics, Royalty Exotic Cars, and drove a Bugatti Veyron. Now, here's the thing with that. I mean, cool. It was awesome, cool clickbait. And Tavarish said the following, as you saw at the beginning: does anybody know where I could pick up one of these Volkswagens that needs a little bit of work? The biggest thing I've been seeing in the comments is the following: that the car has a certificate of destruction, and you know, like we said previously, we were hearing that they were going to change that and that it wasn't going to actually get issued. Again, shout out to Houston over at Royalty Exotic Cars in Las Vegas, Royalty Car Exotics, and he was able to, before it was actually publicly like out there or whatever, he had a contact with the DMV that put it out that no, 100% certificate of destruction has been issued. Because sometimes Copart will list the title status. I'll give you an example. On my Challenger that was totaled thanks to the scumbag body shop in Oklahoma City, Collision Works. They basically destroyed my car, and now, you know, it's got so many safety issues with the airbags and seatbelts and everything else that they issued a junk title or in North Carolina, which would be the equivalent of a certificate of destruction in Florida. Okay, so what that means is the car can never be registered on the road, supposedly. What I have been educated on, like in the last 48 to 72 hours, when I met with somebody, I was talking with somebody while I was in Vegas, and they were like, bro, 100% you can get a certificate of destruction car registered and salvage titled in certain states. So he was like, Kentucky is one. I think he said Arizona was another. There was like, he gave me a list, and I'm going to go through the form, and I'm going to make a dedicated video on this because I think it's interesting. But the other thing is, people were saying, oh, and this is the other issue, Bugatti is not going to make parts for that car, TK. I get it. I hear you. I understand what you're saying. For somebody that's just, quote unquote, balling on a budget, they want that $4 million Bugatti for maybe 1 million, 1.5. I understand the car has carbon fiber, all of the parts, the wiring harnesses. Here's the thing. Yes, Bugatti may not sell parts for that car. Let's say they don't. They might not. When it comes to like the body panels and stuff on that car, somebody could easily either scan another one, and they could either 3D print, or once you have one that's it, or just scan the other side of the car and flip it. Somebody can manufacture parts for that car. I'm not worried about the parts. Someone's going to say, oh, well, the wheels and tires. Check this out. Yes, I know this goes to value, but we're talking about YouTube builds here, right? We're talking about a YouTuber that would buy this car to rebuild it, to put it on the road, or to bring it to like events and shit like that, right? And to make that revenue. They're not going to give a shit if it's got the stock wheels and tires on it. You see what I'm saying? So all it would take is to find a rim company that has that offset and that could make a wheel size that fits that car, that would, fit in the wheel well and whatnot, and then get a set of tires on it. Nobody, you don't have to buy $25,000 a piece wheels, right? Or whatever it is, right? $25,000 tires. You don't have to do that. You could always go aftermarket. Now, I know people are going to say, that's blasphemy. I can't believe somebody would put other shit on a Bugatti. Listen here. If this Bugatti goes for 1.2 million, and let's say Tavarish buys it, and he puts another 200,000 into it, and it's sponsored money, right? Sponsored money on the rebuild part, not the buy part. Let's say 200 grand into that Bugatti, in like aftermarket wheels, tires, maybe a manufactured wiring harness, because you can see that wiring harness, which can control the anti-lock brake system and all that shit, was roasted. When I opened it up and looked under the hood, you can see it was completely roasted. Which, by the way, if you want to see a full walk-around video of that Bugatti, I'm gonna put some of the images and stuff here. Maybe, you know what? I'll put the video in here too. I'll put a video. You know what? Let me just drop some video in here if you've never seen it or never seen that we had it here on the channel. I'll put a quick little video, like 20-30 seconds of it here, so you can see what I'm talking about. Well, it's not hot yet, so that's what always. All right, guys. So this is the Bugatti Chiron that most of you guys have seen the lot number for. Cold start time. At some of the damage to the car. Now you can see the tire is completely roasted, but the brake rotor and whatnot looks like it's okay. I mean, getting directly in here, I mean, a lot of the stuff under this fender is definitely burnt. The fender itself is definitely done, and as they showed earlier, the tub and whatnot on the inside here is all right. So on the interior here, you can get a good idea of how bad the fire damage is in the
if I can get over here and get you guys a better look. You see some wires and stuff that are stripped that go down. Structurally, I would say it's okay. You can see the vice grips that they have down here that are on the jump point, so they can actually jump start this thing. The interior of the car has been cleaned up. Also, you got the window that broke. You have a little bit of fire. See, that's why I didn't want to mess with that. I thought it was all welded together. I was like, yeah, no.
That's why we can't drive it or do anything. It's
well, all of the, I saw the ABS module and everything else is all toasted, yeah. I saw all the, yeah. Damn. And you know, the thing is, whoever...
So I think you can see here in the video too, where I'm talking about where the fire damage on the other side of the firewall is. And you can even see some of the wires and stuff coming out. The car runs and drives fine. None of the systems that make the car run were burned outside. It's the systems that make the car stop. So like the ABS, I guess it's a module, got roasted, and then the wiring harness that comes in out of that and then ties into the main wiring harness were all melted. So that would have to be replaced. People said the tub, but I don't know. I mean, just from what I could see, I don't think so. I was seeing like maybe fender and a couple other things in here. I mean, it's if you wanted to fix it factory, right? It'd be different. But if you're just fixing this to put like fenders on it, you know, clean up that door. Because here's the thing, some of the areas that were burnt, if we're just cleaning this up so that it looks good to take it to like Cars and Coffee or make it passable to be able to just run around. I know you're going to say this is blasphemy, but yes, people could sand up those areas that were fire damaged and blasphemy, but you know, either fiberglass or body fill that shit and spray it and call it and just keep it moving. I know you're gonna say, "Oh my God, I can't believe he said Bondo," but I'm just saying it's possible. Everything in the interior of the car is friggin' mint. It's perfect outside of the one burnt spot in the seat, right? Again, this is gonna sound like blasphemy, but have an upholstery guy come out, look at that one bolster on the side, have them friggin' upholster that one piece, and keep it moving. That's it. I mean, I see the potential that this could be done. And now that I know about these 4 or 5 states that allow you to register, and to be clear, these 4 or 5 states are very, and it's nothing against these states. Someone's going to say, oh, you're just picking on these states because they're poor. But these states per capita are super fucking poor. Like poor, super poor. Now what that means is that might be why they let people register or rebuild certificate of destruction's cars, because a car that has a COD on it from like Florida is going to sell for dirt friggin' cheap over a car that has a rebuildable or a clean title. It's just facts. So somebody could buy like a Toyota Corolla or something for $300 from Florida that has a certificate of destruction. They take it to Kentucky, they fix it up. That car is back on the road. People are driving it in Kentucky, and they might have like $700 into it, and they got a running and driving reliable Toyota. I get it. And I don't know why they have, maybe Kentucky is one of those poor states, but I know it's one of those states that you can rebuild a certificate of destruction car. Another one I thought was interesting, and they said this has happened in the last 3 years, is Montana. Now this is, hear me out here. Montana is the state, I see a lot of Montana plates on Ferraris and shit. Yo, I can't tell you how many, I go to Vegas several times a year, guys. So I can't tell you how many times I'm in Vegas and I'm either driving in a rally or doing something else, and I can't tell you how many Montana plates I see. Montana must be like the capital for exotic cars, man. No, Folgers didn't sponsor this video, but they should though. Watch. Somebody from Folgers is gonna hit me up. Yo, would like to be the official brand partner of TK's Garage for coffee. I need a beer sponsor. That's what I need. I need a beer company to hit me up. I will put that shit everywhere. On the car, on the channel, beer. Yeah, beer sponsor. That's what we need. Anyways, so I see this post from Tavarish, and I'm instantly like, that's hilarious. So I added him in on Instagram about the car. I think I think Houston said the same thing in my comments, that of anybody, I'll tell you the two people that I think could really rebuild this car. And some people will get offended because I didn't mention their favorite YouTuber, but it is what it is. I think Tavarish. I think B is for Bugatti. I mean, B is for build. Y'all gonna be like, it's that guy. That's who is looking. No, man. Tavarish or B is for build, I think, could definitely get that thing back to being presentable and on the road. Like, no doubt. Seeing what Tavarish did with that McLaren, yes, I think for 100% for sure, he could get that car back on the road. No question. No question. There's a couple others. I know you guys are going to say Goon Squad. Yes, probably. Some of y'all might mention Sam Crack. I'm sure Sam could. Sam will get it to the appropriate people that would do the job. I don't think that's a Sam Crack build, though. I think Sam likes to go for better value. Sam is not going to overpay for a car. Sam Crack's not going to overpay for a car. Just from what I've been able to observe on his channel. Now, I understand why everybody's like, well, Houston should get it. He rents these cars out. I don't know how the insurance works in that industry. I don't know if you can actually rent those out. Because let me tell you, I've done Turo before. I rented out my Audis and stuff in Miami, the A8 and the S8s in Miami when I was living down there. And any cars that have like rebuilt titles and stuff like that, Turo really doesn't like. I know some people were able to get them on the platform and rent them, but if you ever have an issue, nobody's paying out nothing. So, and you can go see videos from Auto Auction Rebuilds. He's covered that as well. And he covered that years ago with a car that he had that was rebuilt. So, anywho's, so there you have it. You guys were asking me about it. You guys had been tagging me. Like, no sooner than I seen Tavarish post that in there, were y'all blowing up my mother effing Instagram talking about, TK, did you see this? Tavarish is gonna buy this Bugatti. Tavarish is gonna buy this Bugatti. I'm like, all right, man. Like, I get it. I hear you. Cool story, bro. It sounds good, man. I think if Freddie, aka Tavarish, decided he wanted to buy it, I think he could do it. I think he could rebuild it. And now knowing about these states where you can take a certificate of destruction car and get it rebuilt, now I'm kind of like, I thought once that was issued in the United States by a state that was it. But like I said, I sat down and this guy educated me on the states that's like, showed me exactly how it works on the whole nine. Now you guys are probably asking me, how much is the car at this point? Now they have restarted the auction, so to speak, as far as the money goes. They reset the auction, and currently it's sitting up at $729,000. There it is. $729,000 is the current bid on the Bugatti pre-bids. We'll have to see where it all stops, where it all ends, but yeah, absolutely, positively friggin' crazy, if you ask me. Just wow. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think Tavarish is gonna buy this car? If you do, let me know in the comments. And if you think I was crazy, I know there's going to be so many Bugatti fans or people that are affiliated with the company or whatever. They're going to be like super mad in my comments talking about 3D printing parts and and other stuff. I get it, but you know, this is YouTube, man. People do shit for YouTube. It just is what it is. I'm sorry. You know, like people would literally take that car and turn it into a dune buggy, all kinds of crazy stuff. So it is what it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Before we get out of here though, I got to talk about my sponsor for today's video, and that's Mint Mobile. That's right, Mint Mobile. I've been working on that. Being able to flip the phone open. Mint Mobile is the great wireless service that gets you unlimited talk, text, and data. You pay for it in advance. It's like better than prepaid, but you get postpaid access. It's ridiculous, man. Unlimited talk, text, and data with 5G and hotspot nationwide. $90 for 3 months of service. You break that down, $30, taxes and fees included a month, gets you unlimited service. It's what I use when I'm traveling to power my uploads here to YouTube. So including this video that you're seeing today will get uploaded right here off my Galaxy Z3 Flip 5G, powered by the Mint Mobile network. Link in the description down below. If you want to try the network before you buy it, there's a link down there. You can click it. They'll send you 2 SIM cards. Try the network for a day. See if you like it. If you do like it, then go ahead and activate the second SIM card. You can either port in a number or get a new number. And like I said, it's one of the absolute best values in wireless today with true 5G access. And major shout out to Mint Mobile for powering today's video.